Good day everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to work on November's theme. And I don't really know what to call this theme. I think it's just more of a cutesy fall theme. I kind of wanted to keep my October theme going, but instead of mushroom heads, now we have jack-o'-lantern heads and skeletal bodies. So that's fun. But right now I decided I was going to go ahead and show you guys more of a sped through coloring, because I know I don't really do that a lot and you don't really get to see me actually work on the artwork that I put in my Bujo. So I figured this would be fun for you guys to see. And if you would like to see that again for December's theme, let me know and I'll actually do it more, I guess. But right now we're just going in, and I decided to color in a way where I'm not outlining it in black, I'm outlining it in the darker colors of the colors that I'm using. Because, I don't know, I felt like black was going to be too harsh of an outline, especially when I get to the rib cage. So I decided that I wanted to outline it in a darker shade of whatever color I was going to be using. And if you're new to my channel or just new to me in general, I typically use a sticker paper now for drawing all of my artwork that I want to put in my Bujo, because I like to use a lot of alcohol-based markers for most of my drawing stuff. Actually, this time I only used Crayola and Tombows, so I didn't really need to use the sticker paper, but it's just easier to do that, and then I can just pop it in like a sticker. But we're going to go through and we're going to color both of these drawings in actually. And the one I'm working on right now is for the cover page, and then the one down in the bottom right corner is going to be for my habit trackers. But I wanted to get them both colored and done and ready, so that all I had to do is cut them out and stick them in my journal. And now this is the part that always gets to me when I do the longer videos, because I have no idea what I'm supposed to be talking about during these parts. Do you want to hear about my life? Do you want to just hear about Bujo? I have no idea. It's not a podcast, it's a video. But I'll just sit here and ramble, I guess. I don't know, I feel like having the video just with music sometimes doesn't get as many views. And for someone who doesn't get a lot of views in general, that kind of hurts me if I do want to have views. So now I'm just going to ramble about that and try my best, I guess, to make conversation. I don't know, maybe I'm just embarrassing myself and I need to be quiet and let you guys watch me actually color in something for once. But see, now the anxiety is too much, so I need to talk about stuff anyway. But I actually did want to mention that I'm not really happy with this theme for the month. I thought I was really going to be into it and really love it, but by the time that I finished all my spreads for the video, I don't know, I felt like I didn't do exactly what I wanted, and it didn't come out the way that I wanted it to come out. And so I don't know, I'm not very happy with it. I mean, it's kind of cute, but also, I don't know, it feels a little boring to me. But you guys can let me know what you think, I guess, in the comments. If you feel like it, that'd be cool. I'd appreciate the feedback. I'm just, I've only been doing this for a year now. This is now November is my yearly month, I guess. My anniversary for Bujo, I guess is the way to word it. So I've been doing this for exactly a year now, and that's just crazy to me that it's been that long, and it's gotten me back into drawing, which is something I didn't think I was going to get back into after college. So it's just, I don't know, I feel like it's been a really good tool for me mentally and artistically to just get back into doing something that I used to really love doing and stopped for some reason. Probably the stress, honestly, probably the stress. I stopped for the stress. But anyway, I guess I'll stop rambling now and let you guys watch the rest of the process until we get to actually putting them in the Bujo. Alrighty, now that all the coloring is done, let's get to the actual cover page for the month. I'm doing this cute little leaf and floral design for a cutaway part on the cover page because I wanted kind of like a little peekaboo effect like I've been seeing all over recently. So I'm going to do the leaves falling down right here, and then behind it will be a plaid background. But the leaves are mimicking the leaves on my pumpkin girl drawing, and so they're just cute little dainty leaves falling down the page, which I think is kind of cute. I'm putting a little bit of color, like the greens and the purples that I put on the actual pumpkin girl picture to kind of match, and the colors matched pretty okay because the paper quality is different. Of course, the colors are going to show up differently on the paper, but they came out pretty similar from what they look like on the sticker paper, so that's a plus. And I'm going in with like little purple speckles and sparkles. I wanted purple to be part of my color scheme for this. I don't know, I just felt like November had a purple hue to it for me this time around. And now you can see that I'm cutting it away and you're getting the idea of what I'm doing with the cover page, because I want that little peekaboo behind the leaves to be like a pattern. I've seen it everywhere recently and I just think it's so cute and I wanted to do it. I don't know, I like it. I'm not happy with the big giant sticker on the cover page. I don't know, I feel like the layout of it just didn't come out right the way I wanted it to. Maybe I should have off-centered the sticker a little bit. I don't know, I off-centered the November title, which I'm also not happy with, but my lettering has never really been something that I've ever been happy with, so I just kind of deal with that. But I didn't do a preemptive like pencil in, so the lettering came out a little ooh, but it's okay. It's part of Bujo. You make mistakes and you just roll with them, and it's all right to make mistakes. You can't always be perfect, even if you want to be. I don't know, to me it just feels like the cover page is missing something around the sticker area, or it's too empty. I'm so used to collaging and having like so much on the page that this just feels so barren to me. I mean, I don't know, let me know what you think. I guess I would love to know if you guys actually think it looks all right, because to me, as the one who did it, I'm not happy with it, but I still think the drawing is cute. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the calendar page and stop worrying about the cover page. I wanted a cute little dainty calendar to kind of go with my cute little dainty theme. And of course, you know, the plaid is going to go on the side here. And you can see that my little trial and error of the plaid, I still didn't do the one that I had trialed and errored. I did a different one completely, and I'm going to actually show you the process of that, of me trying to figure out how I wanted to do this plaid. And I also messed up a couple times trying to do the practice one of where I wanted to put my lines and where I wanted to put my colors. And you'll see that I'm like, oh well, whoops, I didn't want to put the orange there, but hey, there's an orange line there, it's fine. This is the practice run. And so I'm going over it again with a lighter orange. I didn't really like the darker orange. I felt like it kind of clashed a little bit, even though it is the same orange I used for the pumpkin head. I felt like it was just a little too dark, so I went with the orange that I used for the mouth and the eyes on her. And I think that more light tone orange actually works better. I'm also trying to keep the purple throughout the theme because I really love the lilac-y lavender color of purple. I just don't use it very often, I guess. I'm typically more turning towards greens, browns, neutral colors. So I wanted to kind of do a colorful theme because it's not really something I've done since I think maybe April, because I did the all pink Sakura theme. But now I get to do something a little bit more colorful, a little bit more cutesy. And see, now you can kind of get the idea of what it looks like, and it's kind of cute and it's fun. And we're going to move on to drawing out the calendar now though. And I'm doing one calendar this time because I don't know, the content calendar and the work calendar was nice, but I feel like it got really messy last month. So I'm just going to stick with the events calendar, main events, like little things that need to really be noted, birthdays, stuff like that. And work will be put on the weeklies, as well as content will be put on the weeklies instead of having a separate calendar just for those. I'm actually going back to using one of my colored fine liners for the month because I wanted the calendar to stand out, and I don't think I'll be using any black fine lining throughout this month. I want to do a colorful theme, so I'm keeping the black out of it. And now we get to put in all the fun little stationery. I actually got some new stationery, so I'm excited to get to use those for this theme. And I've also printed out a couple of different little things. I typically will go on to Canva and just use some of the designs on there. Like the little Mount Fuji stamp-esque looking one was from Canva. The books are the ones that I drew for my Mushroom Girl theme. I just changed the colors and reprinted them out. And I'm gluing in with some leaves now. And I did draw a huge leaf on the corner of the calendar where the big one is, but I thought it was too big. And I wanted all the leaves to match. So I went ahead and just got a larger sticker cut out of that one. I'm hoping that the calendar won't get as messy as it did last month's, because last month's was just a jumble of stuff all over it. And I wanted it to keep it super simple, super clean, and not have a mess on the page because that really stressed me out last month. But yeah, now we're going to go in and put all the days of the week in the orange, and then I'm going to fill out the actual days with a white gel pen in the purple circles. That way they kind of stand out a little bit. I felt like the orange wasn't going to really stand out, and I wanted to be able to see the actual numbers of the days. But that's the calendar page. And I guess it's time to move on to the habit trackers. Now, I say trackers, but actually I'm only tracking habits again this month and not my mood. I feel like that worked out better for me. I'm not stressing about putting down how I felt that day, because honestly, I don't really think it's a good interpretation of how the day went, because your mood fluctuates so much during the day. It's hard to really pin down how you felt for the majority of the day for me. So instead I'm going through and just doing habits again. So here comes the larger artwork and a couple different stationery things and collages. I made the collages in Canva and just wanted something that kind of resembled like the pet tape that Mochi used in her November setup. I wanted it to kind of resemble that, like a collage together little piece. And so I made that in Canva, and I think it turned out really cool. I like it. It's fun. I didn't have to worry too much about it, and then I can just cut it out and stick it in my Bujo, and it's not something that I have to sit there and draw out, and it's just super easy and simple. I decided for the larger artwork that I wanted to get as close to her as possible and not leave a lot of white like I did on the cover page, because I was already starting to not like it. So we're gonna go in with an X-Acto knife and cut away as much as I can. That way it also gives the illusion of her bones a little bit better, and you can see the stationery peeking out from behind her instead of it being swallowed by a big white blob of space. But we're gonna get it all set up and collage together, because this is my strong suit apparently now. That is just collaging, and I really like to do it. It's just fun putting a lot of different things on the page. And I also got some new washi tapes, so I was putting some of those on there and experimenting. I got a really nice set of gold foiled washi tapes, and there's just all kinds of different designs. The one that I put down there is like leaves flowing around, so I thought it was perfect for what I was wanting. And then of course, you know, with the collage stationery, I'm kind of keeping also like a Japan theme in there, or more, I guess, just Asian in general. The writing behind her is a Korean page, and then of course the little Japan stamp like stickers like on the Mount Fuji one, and that one is just a regular Japan one, and then the ginkgo leaves. I just wanted more of a Japan vibe in there because I really like Japan. I'm a bit of a nerd for that. But anyway, we're gonna move on to lettering and filling out the trackers. I did the trackers a little differently this month. I decided to do them all circles, and that way I'll just fill them in during the day, and they'll be filled in orange circles. I thought it would be pretty cool and cute. And then I won't write in the habits that I'm tracking this month because, you know, y'all don't need to know what I'm doing. It's fine. But you'll see where they're going to go. And then we're going to add some little purple sparkles to finish off the collage. And now we can move on to the first tiny little weekly, I guess. It's only 3 days, so I figured I'd put this weekly in. And then the other weeklies you can find on Instagram. I'm not really going to worry about YouTube Shorts. I'm just not there yet content-wise. But you can find them on Instagram if you really want to see how the layouts turn out. This one I felt was a little bit off theme. I didn't have another artwork ready yet, so I just used kind of what I had lying around sticker-wise, but I feel like it came together all right, and I used the colors that I had and kind of kept it cohesive. I also kind of laid out this weekly similar to one of my weeklies from July with the Violet Evergarden theme. I used the same little notepad stationery things. I cut them out of a scrapbook page, so they were already done up and ready, and it's easy for me to use those for the small days because they're just already lined and they're ready to go, and it's nice. It's cute. It adds a little bit of depth to the page, I feel like. Although I did struggle with filling the space on the right page because there's only 3 days left in the first week of November, so it was like, well, what am I going to do on this page? What am I going to put here? And I just decided to kind of do a collage type thing with a little bit of a notepad on the bottom there. And I'm doing something a little differently this month. I was wanting to track my sleep throughout the week, so I thought it would be cool to see. So I've got a sleep tracker at the top of the right page, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Since I didn't feel great about tracking my mood, I don't know if I'm actually going to keep up with the sleep tracking, but yeah. Oh, and you'll get to see, there you go, there was one of the pages I had printed out from making the stuff that I wanted to have in my Bujo for this month. That's stuff that I've done on Canva, and I'll just print out a large page and I'll have to cut out everything individually, but then I have stuff that I can use. I don't know, I feel like you can tell that I was kind of getting a little bummed out with the way the theme was turning out by the time I got to this weekly, and I was just slowly giving up a little bit. But I don't know, hopefully in the next couple weeklies I can fix it, straighten it out, and get back into the theme. But now it's flip through time, so you know what that means. If you guys watch the video to the end, I really appreciate it. If you could put like the fall leaf emoji in your comment, that would be awesome, just to let me know that you watched it all the way. And of course, if you haven't, maybe subscribe, that would help out a lot. And as always, thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one.